There's no time for fuckboys. One of the most common questions that I get asked as a stripper is, do you do meetups? And that's kind of like a complicated question to reply to, so I'm just making a video. So I'm literally just going to forward this to any guy that asked me this, just because it's a lot faster than replying to every single fucking person who asked me this question. Do I do meetups? Like, do I meet with people outside the club? I very rarely do that because I don't fucking trust people, and you have to gain my trust, and I don't give a fuck who you are. It's like, if you haven't gained my trust, then you can go fuck off. You can go waste somebody else's time. I personally vet guys if I am gonna do that. Most clubs look down on girls who do this, but a lot of girls do this way more than I do it. I probably meet up with a guy outside the club like maybe 1 to 3 times a whole year, and one of them is my regular, so does he even really count? Like, he's not like a new guy. He's like a regular. But I vet guys before I ever meet up with them outside the club. I'll tell you how I do it and why I do it, but the reason that I do this, I mean, I feel like it's stupid that I even have to say this. A lot of men rape women. A lot of men rape and kill women. Duh! It's like, that's why there are strip clubs and like brothels in the world, to hopefully make sure that doesn't happen. Because if they had the opportunity, a lot of guys would definitely rape women. Some guy was like talking to me about this on Facebook, or arguing with me about this on Facebook, and it really pissed me off, but I was debating blocking him. But so apparently he was like a lawyer saying that, oh, women lie about being raped. No, I know a ton of women who have been raped. Like, I have been raped before, not that anybody fucking cares, but I fucking care, okay? Another thing is, like, the law doesn't even give a fuck about sex workers. Like, we are filed as, what's it called? Non-human involved. Like, that's what the government system thinks of sex workers. They don't even consider us human, as in if I ended up in a ditch somewhere and they found out I was a stripper, they'd probably file it as a non-human involved, because they don't care about people like me. So I have to protect myself, because nobody's gonna look out for me as much as I'm gonna look out for me. But that's why women work in strip clubs, because it's safer. And I don't even like to go outside of the club, like, ever usually. But if you want that access to me, you would have to earn it, because I would have to trust you. But yeah, I'm not just gonna go meet up with some dumbass that I've never met before. And I'm not just gonna fucking go risk that, because I have other things I want to do with my life than take a risk on some dude who might fucking waste my time. And a lot of males are a waste of time. I very rarely ever do it. Like, I know some girls who do it almost every fucking night, but I can't even meet somebody that I like enough to hang out with outside the club every single night, so I don't think that'll ever be me, unless like somehow there's like an influx of quality men who just appear, but I highly doubt that that'll happen. I mean, yeah, a lot of girls do it differently. Like, I know one of my friends' like, she does it like almost every single night, but I personally value my time more than just hanging out with some motherfucker I don't know and I don't really trust. The way I personally vet guys is, what I do is, like, one of my coworkers, what she used to go on dating apps. I think she might still do this, but she would go on dating apps and then invite guys to the club, and if they spent on her, like, they pass the test or whatever to possibly date her. I mean, I would totally do that too, just because why would you ever want to date a stingy guy? So it's like, if you're not generous with her in the beginning, like, you don't pass the test to ever date her. But basically, she would like go on the dating apps and meet these guys at the club to vet them. If they were that generous, she never saw them again, basically. And that is a really good way to date, in my opinion, because it's like, the first date is at a strip club. That's like the ultimate test to see the true character of a person. And also, she would get paid a lot for that, so That's smart. That's not what I do it. Like, I'm not even on any dating apps unless they're like extremely fucking old profiles, just because I'm taking a break from dating until I feel otherwise. But right now, I've actually been celibate since March of last year. So it's almost been a full year since I've been celibate. It's because I haven't wanted to. Yeah, I just haven't wanted to, really. That's really it. The way I vet guys is the industry standard. I'm just talking about the strip club industry standard for buyouts. So if you don't know, like, I've danced all over the country and Guam before, and the industry standard for buyouts is usually like $2,000 in the club. Like, most clubs, sometimes they'll do like buyouts like in the club. Depending on the location, it's like $2,000 is the average. In Texas, that's what it was. And in Guam, I think it was $4,000 for a buyout. And what they would do is they would just like go party outside of the club and then come back. So that's the industry standard is averagely $2,000 to $4,000, in my opinion, in the strip club. And that does not include, you know, full service or sex. That's just like strip club industry standard. So I would never do it for anything less than that, where that's at least like the average. When guys pay the average, it's like they're kind of saying like you're an average bitch. The way I vet guys is I'll meet them at the club. I only meet people at the club. I'm never gonna fucking meet some random ass dude I don't fucking know outside the club. I don't like to go out of my way for shit. And if he's not generous with me at the club, then I'm definitely not gonna meet up with him outside the club. Like, that's just the way I do it. I don't care what the fuck you promise me, because guys will always like, ugh, they talk like so big, but a lot of them ain't shit. If you can't prove to me that you're generous with me at the club, I will definitely never meet up with you outside the club. Period. The end of conversation. Which is why I only do it maybe 3 times a year max. Usually maybe only 1 time a year, as in with one client anyway. Like, I do have a regular right now. He does pay my rates, but so the way I vet them is they have to come see me at the club at least 2 times and spend at least like a couple grand each time. And if they're not willing to do that, then I'm definitely not going to meet up with them outside the club. Because if you don't prove to me that you're generous with me, I'm not going to give you my spare time. I'm not going to fucking skip work for you. My regular, he actually did do that to me, and only like a few people have. As in, like, that's how we get to know people as dancers, is you come to the club and you spend money on us, and then we spend time with you. We start to see your character as we spend time with you. Like, you buy like an hour of our time at the club or whatever, then we get to know you in that way. Yeah, so if you don't spend on me at the club, I'm not gonna meet up with you outside the club. I will not. Some girls will. And sometimes I'll make you like put a deposit down if I don't like know you that well. This one guy, he came to the club like 2 times before to like spend on me, and he was very generous with me. Each time he spent like a couple grand, and he was really cool, and I would go hang out with him outside the club. And he actually gave me a deposit like at the club, and then I was gonna meet up with him later. And then he fucking fell asleep. And then, yeah, see, that's why we ask for deposits. Like, I won't do it without a deposit, because it's like, I value my time. And if you don't respect or value my time, then you could talk to any other woman besides me. I don't care. Like, I don't care what other girls do. That's just what I do, because I love myself and I value my time. And if you don't value my time, you can go fuck off. Yeah, so that's personally how I vet guys. So yeah, I don't just meet up with random strangers ever. Ever. I never, ever meet up with random strangers. I might think about it if you put a deposit down, but most guys aren't willing to do that. And I think it's because most guys are just fucking waste of time. So why am I gonna go meet up with some random stranger and risk my cortisol levels going up? Cortisol is like a stress hormone because guys are fucking annoying. Why am I gonna like give some dude I don't fucking know my time? I won't. Like a lot of guys ask me, do I do meetups? I mean, you can meet up with me at the club, but I'm not gonna meet up with you outside the club. And that's really the answer to that. I think I covered everything. Meet up with them at the club. If they're generous with me there, I might think about meeting up with them outside the club. But I have like a day rate, and I do have a regular right now. He does pay my rates. It's like if he booked like a week with me or whatever, like it would go down. But also that's because he's a regular and he's like gained that trust and he's earned that trust many times over. I love my regular. Like he's an amazing person and an amazing guy. And he knows that I love him, like I've told him that I love him before. But it's also because he shows me that he loves me and he cares about me. Like if you want discounted rates, you have to like book a whole week. And another one of my regulars is gonna do that. But right now, he said that he might be fighting cancer, or he thinks he might like have cancer. And I'm like, do you really have cancer, or do you just not want to book that week that you scheduled with me that you already put a deposit down for? And that's why I take deposits. If you wanted to meet me at the club, my other regular who might have cancer, to like use some of the deposit as like a VIP or whatever, he would still have to buy the alcohol prices, but he already put down a deposit that apparently we're not gonna use because he thinks he might have cancer, so we're not gonna go on that trip. But then he texted me asking about like the best strip clubs in Austin, and I'm like, why are you going to strip clubs? I'm like, are you faking that you have cancer because you don't want to go to that trip that we talked about? You fucker. Are you lying to me? I don't know. I like made him get a doctor's appointment to check if he had cancer because he's a chicken shit about going to the doctor, and I've been getting on him about like his health and stuff like that. Got on him about setting a schedule with his doctor to make sure to check if he has cancer, because it's like you need to catch that shit early if you do have cancer. But yeah, he already put a deposit down. He could use the deposit for like club time if he ever comes to visit me again, but since he already prepaid. So basically, if you wanted me to hang out with you outside of the club, I don't care who the fuck you are. I don't care if you're Jesus fucking Christ. My rates are not gonna go down for like outside the club stuff, and that doesn't include sex. It's like if you're Jesus fucking Christ, you better turn some water into dollar bills. Because Jesus could do that, right? Like he could turn anything into money or wine, I guess. Yeah, I don't care like what rank you are in the world. Like if you're the president of the fucking United States, like my rates would stay the same. Like I would rather hang out with somebody who would pay my rates than somebody who would try to negotiate down. Also, if there's any other dancers watching this, you could use this as like take what I do and do it for yourself or whatever. I forgot the word for that. But yeah, the industry rates for buyouts are like $2,000 to $4,000, and I live in Vegas, so it should probably be more than that, in my opinion. My regular, he pays those rates, and he also like buys me gifts and stuff like that. That is more than my rates. And also, I could always call him for anything if I needed something, like if it was an emergency. So to me, sometimes, like I would be willing to like negotiate rates with him because he already gives me so much. But that's just because he earned that. Like I don't just give that sort of respect to any motherfucker. And most of these guys who contact me and DM me are just trash people. I don't give a fuck. I just said it to your fucking face. Most guys are just fucking trash. So until you prove to me that you're not trash, you can go annoy somebody else. Bye! Fuck. Try not to fall.